There's really nothing like being in a place where people are constantly talking about what they love.
It really becomes a way to have an ongoing resource.
I'm learning about a totally different culture and food that I'm not really familiar with, and that's the thing that I value the most.
ISCP gives people the ability to really see what's going on in the food community in any town that they're having their conference in. So the beauty of this is people can come from all over the world, all over the country, and really get a sense of what that local food culture is. And that's what you have to experience. It's not just the city or the food, but it's how the city and the food go together and how they make this total experience.
New Yorkers literally open their homes to the IACP guests. Arthur Schwartz, the food maven, served bagels in his apartment. They went out to the Brooklyn Grange, which is an acre farm on a rooftop in Brooklyn.
You ask anybody where to go in New York, you get a different response. So to have Ruth Reichel take people to the Lower East Side, eat at Katz's Deli, this kind of tour is just not available elsewhere.
In addition to getting the experience of going to these places, is we're with other people who are all interested in the same thing. So many of us work on our own in our kitchens and computers, and it's just incredible to be able to come together and talk with other people who are doing the same thing.
A lot of times when you're working in food, it can be very isolating, it can be a very insular experience. So when you join IACP, you get to take advantage of having this incredible network of people, and it's building a community around what you do and finding like-minded people and people who are going to support you in whatever your endeavors are in the culinary world.
There are a lot of people who come to IACP who are trying to figure out where they want to go as culinary professionals. And the classes provided a great opportunity to kind of literally taste around the world. Try different foods, try different techniques, meet different presenters.
You can also watch how somebody else does something. You know, if you're a professional cooking teacher, you get to watch these other fascinating top-level cooking teachers do their thing. I think that anyone at any level can benefit. If you're a recreational cook or someone who's not a professional cook, you of course learn a lot, but chefs were loving those classes as well.
There are all angles to what happens in food. There are people who prepare food, there are people who write about food. And I think what's unique about IACP is that it brings all of those people together to really have a total understanding of what's going on in food right now.
What's really great is it brings together sort of different people from within the food community. Everyone from food bloggers to cookbook authors to people who are working on new media. And it sort of creates a spontaneous combustion of ideas that's pretty exciting.
This year's Book and Blog Festival was a unique opportunity because it was in Soho on a Sunday and it was open to the public. So our authors had an opportunity to interact with their audience. It was just a great bonding experience. The Culinary Expo is an opportunity for exhibitors who have new products, who have new stories to tell, to be in front of the culinary influencers, which are the IACP members. Our members are authors and bloggers, and they have the attention of the end consumer.
When else do you go into one space and you have all these producers and artisans and manufacturers, and we had such diversity.
The awards ceremony are a chance to step back and be rewarded for your work by your peers. And it's a night of celebration where we can all get together, celebrate each other's work, whether you win, whether you lose, we're all in there together, we're all pitching, you're learning more, you're being a part of it.
Well, I love the IACP because it does do events that bring food people together to share their knowledge. And, you know, food people are the most generous people on earth. And there's a real sense of camaraderie, and it's really fostered by the IACP.
It's amazing how the value of the conference lasts all year. Of course, because of what you've learned in the sessions, that kind of thing. It's really all about the context. You bond, and then those people are there to work with you and give you connections all through the year. And that builds on itself too. The more years you go, the more faces you recognize, the more trust and relationship you have with these amazing professionals.
So if you have a good time in New York, really enjoying getting out and around, meeting people, getting the backstage pass, seeing things, wait till you get to San Francisco.